Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka ụbọchị nke taa mara na anyị na mma. Anyị sị ka nkwenye chikwelu ya ezelụkwa. Dịka o si dị, ụmụ Igbo ewetara unu ozi gbasara maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. And nwere owe a na-azụ n'ala Igbo. Ya bụ ife ka eji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Biko gee ntị ọfụma na ya bụ update anyị ji maka ya wee bịa na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si na-ewetara ya bụ ozi. Ozi a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya, and as he quote,
breaking news: Biafran Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Longri convicted as Finland government indicate by groups, no evidence of investigation. Hear the news in details. All right, according to the activist what they are both in Iraq, don't get before Jimakia will be an Iraq on Bossiketa, Diki Gesia Kabaro Keliat and Foku. Over to you, sir.
Listen to this. Listen to this. I made a very shocking discovery. So come in and listen. Do you know that in Finland, their criminal investigative department is very, very poor and almost disastrous? In fact, it's the worst in the whole Europe. Do you know that? I am telling you because Finland does not have a credible investigative department. And that is why whenever they have criminal cases, they never do justice to them the right way. And there has been lots of protests even in Finland concerning this leakage in their judicial system. Listen to this. A recent report shows that Finland are very weak in conducting investigations. And this is a fact. Their investigative department is very poor. I went very deep and dug this out. So listen. This is a report that was carried out on criminal investigations in Finland. Now, Finland's CPI and WJP scores are very bad. Poor. International reviewers like OECD and other monitors have repeatedly pointed gaps to investigating and prosecuting complex criminal and terrorism charges and high-level corruptions. Recommendations to build specialized expertise and prosecutions for cross-border crime investigations matters. That is a recurring problem and should be reviewed. This is a report I just got out and shows that actually there has been problems and there has been issues bordering on criminal investigative and deep investigations by the Finland government itself in the whole of Europe. And Finland ranks very poor in Europe when it comes to investigative criminal cases. Not to talk about cross-border cases of terrorism as alleged. How do they finally exercise justice in this, according to them? Knowing very well that, remember, they have arrested Simon Ekpa before and their judicial system have cleared him. The judicial system have cleared him of any problem. Now, they came back again to still do this they did recently. It shows you now. Can't you see that they don't know what they are doing? Can't you see that I'm right? That is why I was afraid. And I went to dig deep. Listen very carefully. It's like Finland just reacted under pressure. Not because they had any evidence. They were with Simon Ekpa all the while. Their department could not do anything. They didn't even know what they are doing. They don't know what they're doing. And in fact, it shows as if what they did in his case was asking Nigeria to give them evidence. So Nigeria had to send evidence for them to use. That is very bad. It shows that they don't know what they are doing. The department does not know what they are doing. Okay, they told Nigerian government, we've arrested this man. We have checked social media. We did not see anything. If you have anything, send for us. You know, after that secret meeting that they have done, they now started to exchange documents. Who does that? It's very illegal. It's very illegal for you to depend on any evidence from a party that is not within jurisdiction. If you are prosecuting, who is prosecuting the offense? It's not Finland government. That is Finland government. They are the ones that arrested him. They are the ones that arrested him on their own accord. They never came out to say they arrested Ekpa on behalf of Nigerian government. They didn't say that. So arresting Ekpa was your own decision. Because this case, the prosecution is Finland government. There is nowhere in prosecution that says Finland government and Nigerian government. That means you are the one of Finland. You're supposed to bring evidence by yourself. That's it. This thing that is happening, whatever Ekpa did affected your government and you want to prosecute him. You cannot now depend on evidence brought from somebody who is not part of the prosecution, who wasn't even mentioned in the charge sheet, who is not part of the prosecution. That means it's a hearsay. How did you come about believing the evidence they provided for you, if ever they are the ones that gave you evidence? How did you investigate the evidence? How did you cross-examine the evidence when you cannot even verify the evidence that was given to you? How? This evidence was already there, but you did not see it. All of a sudden, you saw it. The criminal investigative department in Finland is poor, and this is because of one reason I will tell you. The crime rate in Finland is very low. It is almost 1% or 0%. It's almost impossible. Crime is very poor. It's very low in Finland. That makes their criminal investigative department, terrorism department, very, very weak. So they cannot investigate crime because they don't even have crime in their country. Yes. So Simon Ekpa's case was very difficult for them to handle because they don't know what to do with criminals. They don't even have, criminals in their country. And that is why I say criminal investigation in Finland is poor. Their judicial system to try a criminal or a terrorist or a suspect is poor. That is the reason why, because of the low crime rate. In Europe, Finland has one of the lowest crime rates. That means some countries in Europe don't even need prisons anymore. They don't even need prisons anymore. Some countries don't even use guns anymore because there is no crime. That makes their judicial system poor when it comes to crime. Nigeria itself may even be better prosecuting criminals than even Finland if they want to actually do it, because there's a lot of crime in Nigeria. That makes, the tentacles always sharp. So Finland now cannot now claim to have done justice in Simon Ekpa's case because they don't even have the equipment to do it. They don't even have the wherewithal. They don't have the expertise to do it. They don't. That is why you saw that he was arrested before and they didn't have anything to do with him. They didn't have any evidence to nail him because they don't even know how to do it. It was after the meeting they had with Nigeria. That was when they finally found a way, because actually that meeting, Nigeria had to pressure Finland with a lot of resources, with a lot of, strong arming, promise of this or that. And when those things change hand, Finland just told Nigeria, oh yeah, now give us the picture now, give us the video now, whatever you have, give us. And they gave Finland. Then Finland used it to prosecute, without they themselves even understanding what they were prosecuting, without even including Nigeria in the prosecution. You are now prosecuting somebody for an extraterritorial crime, which you didn't do investigation for. Because if it's extraterritorial crime, you have to travel to the country itself to verify on ground. Verify on ground if that thing that you see is real. Let the people verify for you. You have Finland, embassy in Nigeria. Send them to the southeast. Send them to Nigeria. Send them around Nigeria to make their statistics, to do their investigation, their proper investigation for you. When they finish, a report will be made from Nigeria on ground. And that report will be sent to Finland to guide you, the Finland government, on how to prosecute the case. But you don't want to do it because you know very well that you don't want to do it, because you know very well that if you do it, you may see that this thing may not be the way Nigerian government painted it to be. At the end of the day, you will set him free. But that's not the game plan. The game plan, of course, was from beginning to just arrest and prosecute him with whatever we give you. Do it. That's why I say it is time for appeal. Let them find out. Let them come and tell you how they verified, how they got the evidence, and how they verified the evidence to claim that it is right. Whatever they said against him is true. They must come and tell the world how they did the evidence. They must also tell the appeal court how it is that they did not see any evidence against him until after the meeting with Nigerian government. So simple and short. Finland did not conduct any investigation. They did not, or they conducted a very poor one because they don't have the capacity to do it. Yes, it was Nigeria that gave them the evidence they used to prosecute Ekpa. and the evidence, they didn't even verify it. That is a conspiracy, not a prosecution. That's a conspiracy. Accepting evidence you cannot verify, you did not verify, and you gave it to fake judges, lay judges, to say it like that because you know very well that if it were real judges, they will make sure they cross-examine the evidence to make sure it was verified from the roots. That is why you need to go to the appeal court now. Let them check the evidence, let them test it. They need to go to the roots. Court cases, they go to the place these things happened to verify from the people there. That is why I say, calm down. Calm down. This is exactly what I found out. That the criminal justice system in Finland is zero. They are almost not even available because there is no crime in Finland. So how do they conduct criminal investigation and terrorism investigation? Is there any terrorist attack in Finland? Do they have anyone? Have they had criminals in their country? Do they have Osama bin Laden? How do they know? How do they have the systems? Because only when you have a sickness in your country that you will have doctors that can treat that sickness. Most countries that have criminals have ways of, have high crime rates. Most countries that have high crime rates are the ones that normally know how to fight the crime. Countries that have drug problems are the ones that will tell you how to fight drugs. You cannot come and say you are a country with low crime rates, you don't even have criminals in your country. You come and boast of prosecuting a terrorist or a criminal, and people will believe your judgment when you used lay judges and you also depended on evidence from another country far away from you, which you never went on ground to verify, and you carried it. Knowing very well that you have already arrested this man before and you did not see anything. A whole Oyibo said they did not see anything. And tomorrow they say they saw something. Oyibo that we know, that always do their diligence. Look, if FBI come and arrest you, if FBI of America arrest you for a crime, they have already seen everything they want to see before they come and pick you up. They don't come and pick you up and let you go. Say they did not see anything. That's not FBI works. So let me tell you the truth. Simple. You accepted evidence from somebody who is not a partner in prosecution with you, and you used the evidence anyhow it was without investigating it, without verifying it, and you coerced the man himself not to defend himself appropriately. And you are forcing him using propaganda on social media now to let him accept the judgment and go to prison. No, it's not going to happen. You will tell the higher court how you got that evidence, and you will let us know how your department, who we know is low in prosecuting offenses, came overnight and decided to prosecute this one with evidence that they did not get. You understand? The conspiracy will be exposed. The conspiracy must be exposed. Finland government does not have the capacity to prosecute, to judge, and serve justice to high criminal and terrorism offenses. They don't have capacity. They don't have capacity. It has been proven already. And that is what we are here to say. Don't depend on the judgments from this lower court. Go up and fight it this way. Let them come and explain how they verified the evidences they used to prosecute Simon Ekpa.
Ndị ba ngwadalo li nenu dikun si wee ge ya bụ ife wetelu n'ụbọchị uruchi nke taa. Anyị ga-anapụ nukun ri ya tia gbasata maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile ụmụnne anyị wetela anyị. Gwa ifu nche n'udo nke unu. Ngwanụ ka emesịa na ụmụnne m.